It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Tony Pollard. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Antlers and the Sentinels, and it's coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. We got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go here on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
A huge play right off the bat. 37 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. That ball flutters to the ground. It's in. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Now, Cousins. Open man is Samuel, complete. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Santos's kick is good. And the Sentinels are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Tony Pollard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. It's 2nd down. They'll put Addison in motion. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Herbert. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Man in motion is Brown. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. They'll try to set up the screen here. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll go right and find his running back.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Open man, he's got Agnew. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Herbert. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. Herbert. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll get this complete. It's Addison again. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Now Herbert on the bootleg. He's going to tuck it in, and he will power his way into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown Antlers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Antlers move out to a 7-3 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Sentinels offense and Kirk Cousins heading back on the field. He's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL leader in touchdown passes. On 1st and 10, Cousins. A hit, and he has lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Now the first back taken in the 2022 draft, Breece Hall. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw, it's Herbert. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Running here, it's Pollard. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Herbert to throw. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Sentinels offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They bring Gage in motion. Play action now. It's Cousins. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
It's 1st down, and it's Paul. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd down and 8. So after 1, it's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing his Cousins. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
Cousins now on 2nd down. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll get about 5. Second down, Cousins. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Sentinels are back within 1. It's 7-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He gets this to the tight end. And that keeps ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 2nd down and 3. On play action now, Herbert. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. He's going to look for the home run ball.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Antlers. It's his third touchdown on the year. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Antlers will take a 14-6 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Yeah! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Sentinels offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL. It's the first half of the season, but as you can see, he's already leading the league in passing yardage. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 37 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Now a second down throw for Cousins.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A pickup there of 13, and that will be a first down.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
He fumbled the football. It is picked up by the defense. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. First and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Herbert. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's got room past the 25. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They will run it over center with Hall. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. 3rd and long. Cousins. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Antlers offense and running back Tony Pollard going to take over once again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. A throw on the move is caught. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Shotgun now for Herbert. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down. Throwing now is Herbert. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down. Herbert to the air again. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
He'll take off again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st down, Herbert. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And he's going to be taken down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense...
It is brought in the end zone. Jordan Addison, touchdown Antlers.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Antlers extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Cousins now. He'll take a shot for Watson. That is hard. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the first half from Justin Herbert. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Antlers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Herbert now on first down. Open man downfield. It's Addison. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
To the goal line and in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Antlers.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Going right back to Nakua, complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On second down, a run with Hall. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Kayvon Thibodeau with the stop. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He'll try to run for it with Hall. Call it a gain of 13. That's enough for a first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On first down, Cousins. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. A run here with Hall. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle and they just cannot get anything going through the air. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Jamal Agnew now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Antlers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Herbert. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The visitors' offense and Puka Nacua getting set for this next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Right side, complete to Nacua. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Hall. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Caught by Nacua on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
The ball comes out. The defense has it. They'll come up here 1st and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll run here with Pollard. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Herbert to throw. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. To throw, it's Herbert. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side with Pollard. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25. Now, Herbert. That one pulled in by Brown. From the gun, it's Herbert. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. Elliott's kick is good. And the Antlers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop it. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Milton. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On play action, here's Milton. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun is Milton. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
That is caught down the field. He's got it. Not only did they convert on 4th down, they picked up a quarter of the field, a gain of 25.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Milton. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's Milton. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. On 3rd and long, here's Milton. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game, and I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff to Pollard. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Again, it's Pollard. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. On play action, now Herbert.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. On the ground, it's Pollard. The Antlers bringing out their punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milton. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing, Milton. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Milton to the air on 2nd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
To the air on 3rd down is Milton. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On 2nd down, here's Milton. Toward the middle, that one caught by Watson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
1st and 10, and they give it to Pollard. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On the handoff, Pollard. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Pollard. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a 1st down. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.